a man and a woman, when it becomes marriage, what all happens. Despite being so much in love, he thinks that marriage is an institution that is completely wrong. Relieved somewhere that at least I'm part of Deepa's first film. ये तो मेरा GK test लेने लग गया भाई. I'm very cynical and critical when it comes to myself, and we ended up having so much fun. And I think फिल्में ऐसी ही बननी चाहिए.
सखा सप्तपदा भवः.
अरे माल गाड़ी जल्दी बोला जल्दी.
सखा सप्तपदा भवः.
अरे स्लो ट्रेन सखा सप्तपदा भवः.
सखा सप्तपदा भवः.
सखा सप्तपदा भवः.
सखा सप्तपदा भवः. सखा सप्तपदा भवः. सखा सप्तपदा भवः. सखा सप्तपदा भवः. सखा सप्तपदा भवः.
We have with us one of the finest actors in Bollywood, Vinay Pathak with us. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama first of all.
Thank you, pleasure is all mine.
No, you're disgusting.
मुझसे कोई ऐसी बात नहीं करता।
तुमसे तो कभी गलती हो ही नहीं सकती।
जैसे मन करेगा
क्यों होती पिछले जन्म में?
थे?
कोई भी शादी करता क्यों?
You ever be violent in front of me?
बंद करिए रना. कुत्ते बिल्लियों की तरह लड़ते हो तुम लोग. दिमाग हमारा खराब होता है, माथा मेरा फूटता है.
सब तुम्हारी गलती है.
तुम्हारी.
Congratulations for all the wonderful work that you are just doing again and again. Interesting films coming. Now you're coming out with this film called Tere Mere Phere. What exactly is it all about?
It's a film about the relationship between a man and a woman. When it becomes marriage, what all happens.
ज्यादा चालाकी करने की कोशिश की ना तो ऐसा गायब कर दूंगा पहाड़ों में कि चीलों को भी खबर नहीं होगी.
मम्मा.
लड़ रहे हो तुम लोग? खुद को देखा है? King of मैं. लड़ रहे हो?
और तुम? Queen of चे.
ये देसी रोमियो जूलियट तो मेरा भेजा सड़ा देंगे.
कलाकार आपके साथ में है रिया सेन. So what exactly is the story all about?
The character that I'm playing about Jai Dhumal, that's his name. He is smitten and completely and absolutely in love with Riya's character. And he has a journey where he has to run and get married to her because there are forces that are not allowing him to get married to her. So in that whole struggle, he gets to spend some time with already married couple, and after being with them and seeing them fighting and bickering, and he decides that he can't go through it again. Despite being so much in love, he thinks that marriage is an institution that is completely wrong. You know what happens and how he overcomes that.
I love you मुस्कान. और बहुत जल्दी पहुंच रहे हैं हम कभी अलग नहीं हूँ.
You've been directed by Deepa Sahi.
Yes.
She's a very accomplished actress in her own right and a filmmaker, considering she's attached to Ketan Mehta as well. So how was that experience of being directed by Deepa Sahi?
Deepa ji I have known for many years. Yeah. We have been friends for many years, and I have always admired her as an actor. And then she had been a producer, and this was her very first film, which she wrote the script for as well. When she read me the script, I was very thrilled that she had written such an entertaining script, and most importantly that she could think of me being a part of it, which was I feel very happy and very indebted and very obliged and relieved somewhere that at least I'm part of Deepa's first film. But having said that, I think all the credit goes to her because the shooting of the film was the uphill task, literally, because we were in the mountains.
Where all exactly?
Yeah, all over Himachal. And there was not 3 days in a row where we shot and did not move. So every 2 days, every 3 days, we will shoot and then we'll travel and then we'll shoot and then we'll travel. And
name of cities? Any name of the cities?
You name all the cities.
Solan and
yes.
Shimla and
yes.
And Manali.
Manali, yes. All Kullu we shot in, Manali we shot in, Soza we shot in, you know, places that you have never heard of. And only Deepa, I think, could come up with something like this.
Nahan?
अब तो आप ये तो मेरा GK test लेने लग गए भाई.
Nahan actually is a beautiful place in Himachal. I don't know if you know about it.
Yes, I'm sure Deepa ji must have gone to Nahan after I left my schedule because she knows that area very well. She had always wanted to do a film where she's traveling, not necessarily a travel film. Yeah. And we have spoken about this a lot, and to see this film coming alive in the mountains was wonderful to see it unfold there. And the best part is that it was like a picnic. You know how you traveling and you know you don't know how is the breakfast gonna be 3 days later, and discovering all of it. Like, you know, when you're on a holiday, you don't plan that's exactly what you're gonna do, that's exactly what you're gonna do. I mean, she was very planned on paper, but the fact that we were traveling every day, you know, you're inviting so many variables that you don't have control over. And despite that, she managed to shoot the film on time, and we ended up having so much fun. And I think film ऐसी ही बननी चाहिए.
In fact, if talking about traveling, I think one more film of yours recently, which was a travel film, was Chalo Dilli.
वैसे मैं जैसे दिखने में हूँ ना मैडम, वैसा हूँ नहीं मैं. लोमड़ी से तेज दिमाग है जी मेरा. लोमड़ी जी वुल्फ.
Box.
I think a thoroughly entertaining film. Your performance was fantastic. Even the climax, the way it unfolds.
I think what happens is that when you're traveling, your performance becomes very good, you know, because you're traveling. And if you love traveling, you would love this film. And if you love traveling as an actor, you would love to be a part of a journey where you are telling your story and you're working every day, but at the same time you're traveling and holidaying every day. So it's a mix which is unique. At the same time, very, very entertaining.
आपने इस फिल्म की बात कर दी. मैं I think मैं फिर से चलो दिल्ली में बिल्कुल मैं आना चाहूँगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग सिर्फ एक ही फिल्म के बारे में बात करेंगे. आपने बहुत कमाल का आपने काम किया हुआ है. And I think I would love to, since I'm interacting with you for the first time, maybe talk a bit more about your other films as well. Talking about Chalo Dilli in the recent time that has come about, a fantastic film in many ways in terms of your performance, the varied shades of performance and the way the climax just unfolds as well.
बगल का लगता है जी.
I can't do this anymore.
कौन सी बड़ी बात हो गई?
कैसा आपको लगता है कि आपने एक अपना खुद का एक पहचान बना ली है? बिकॉज हमारे वहाँ एक बहुत ही ब्रैकेट कर दिया जाता है कि यार ये हीरो हैं और ये कैरेक्टर एक्टर हैं और ये विलन हैं and those kind of things. लेकिन you have a wide palette of performances and somewhere you are consistently delivering films as a leading man.
Maybe also because I have tried to stray away from brackets, and B, let's be honest, Bheja Fry, the first one, was a huge hit.
वैसे मेरा कोई गुरु है नहीं, लेकिन मैंने नौशाद साहब को अपना गुरु माना. ओ बसंती पवन निंदिया तोके गुरु की तरह.
And I think the latter has more to do with why people are writing title and principal characters for me, which is a privilege for an actor to be able to be the main storyteller, you know, in a frame. As I said, you know, it's very humbling to realize the privileges I have as an actor, where I am being asked to be the principal storyteller of their story. I'm not complaining, I feel very happy, but at the same time, the task is to, you know, select your stories carefully. I feel that if I keep the excitement for myself, it would transcend into people who are watching the film.
You spoke about Bheja Fry, but Bheja Fry Part 2. Somewhere still people felt that maybe the sequel did not live up to the first part.
There are many films I've done where people have thought that it hasn't lived up to the mark.
As a character, I think, your character.
Lots of preconceived notions that go into a film. Bharat Bhushan is already an established character from the first one. The second one, maybe, you know, there are lots of people who came and said that 2 was better than the first.
सुरीली कोयल की सीटी शहद के छत्ते सी मीठी.
As I said, you know, the thumb rule for me is that once I have done a film, because all of this I would have sat and pondered about when I haven't started shooting, because that would be my homework. Yeah. If after the film is released and if I sit and ponder about what I've already done, then I think I'm wasting my time. I think I should use that time to ponder about what I'm going to do next. So you know, whatever you do, you get all kinds of feedback. And I think that's with any piece of creation or any piece of art, you know, once you have done it, then and once you have opened it to public, then you have to be ready and accepting to whatever is it that come your way, the praise or the criticism or the rejection or the acceptance, and that's what it's about. You can't do anything about that. So I think the key is to move forward and try and do better and you know, face bigger challenges.
You started off your career quite some time ago. It's been a long time that you were a VJ and Maggie का भी आपका ad आता था.
बड़े प्रोडक्ट बेचे हैं जी मैंने. जी जी.
Do you look back at as a surprise कि यार मैं कहाँ से मैंने start किया था and I'm taken so seriously as an actor?
No, I try not to look back actually.
Analyze कभी करना है कभी नहीं?
No, I'm very cynical and critical when it comes to myself. And as I said, you know, eventually I end up pondering a lot more than I should, and I end up wasting a lot more of time on myself, you know, than I should. So I try not to get into that whirlpool of energy that actually sucks you in and doesn't give you much. If I look back in the amazement, like, oh my God, look at my journey, and you realize, you know, it's, you know, you can say anything to yourself. Yeah. But the thing is that what you haven't done is facing you all the time. That is not something that you have to look back or look anywhere for. You know, it's always in front of you. And I think that's what it is. The biggest challenge is to keep finding new stories and, you know, a more entertaining and challenging work for me. I mean, I still struggle to do that, to be very honest.
Do you think that Bheja Fry was a turning point for you in many ways as an actor?
Commercially, yes. And aesthetically also, I would say yes. As I said earlier, that it's a privilege for an actor to have people writing principal characters for you. I'm very humbled by that, and I'm very thankful to Bheja Fry.
अबे भारत क्यों? तेरे धोनी की तो धोनी पाकिस्तान ने.
अबे मुल्तान वनडे भूल गया. ऐसी उखाड़ी थी अभी तक हाथ में लेके घूम रहे हैं. अबे तू चल. अबे तू चल.
Which was such a big hit that I was not just, you know, the character actor, which I still think I would like to be, but I was, you know, the actor who they select to be their, you know, chief storyteller, which again is a privilege for any actor. So yeah, to answer your question in one word, yes, it had been, you know, a major turning point.
You were a trained actor, or you just learned on the way as such?
Yeah, if you say going to drama school and studying theatre and acting for 4 years, I would say yes. The degree says that I'm trained. But then again, you know, being an actor is also about learning every day, and there's so many wonderful actors who have never been to a drama school, who have never been on stage, and they're just so fantastic. So the imaginary circumstance in somebody is much stronger than the other person. Sure. So how you manage to get closer to your imaginary circumstance, I think, is all the challenge is about.
Any inspirations in terms of actors that have really inspired you? Amol Palekar?
All of it actually. As I said, you know, you spoke about bracket, but I try to stray away from it. I mean, all the films and all the stories that I have read or seen or television or theatre, and whenever I see somebody do a wonderful job of the job that they are entrusted into, it's just, you know, I get very moved and very touched. And there's so many of them. So many of them. That's what I'm saying, you know, it's the story that makes one, you know, a mega epic and the other something else.
You said that you still enjoy being a character actor in many ways, but still at times do you feel that आपने रब ने बना दी जोड़ी का आपका जो character था, बहुत बड़ी hit हुई film और बहुत ज़्यादा आपको लोगों ने देखा भी उसको, and obviously you get noticed as well because you're the best friend of Shah Rukh Khan, and your performance definitely is a catalyst in many ways as well.
बंदे बाइक क्यों चलाते? माचो दिखने के. जीन क्यों पहनते? माचो दिखने के.
पर ये माचो है कौन?
But at the same time, like say Chalo Dilli releases or Bheja Fry releases, it is somewhere catering to a niche audience as such. You're the main lead in that. Somewhere, do you feel that what is more appealing to you?
I'll tell you, when I do a film, when I tell a story, I never tell it thinking that it is for only this sect of the audience. I mean, I would like everybody to come and see it and then again and see it more than once. Because if I've had so much fun doing something, and trust me, I do only when I realize and feel and believe that I'm going to have lots of fun and joy doing a certain thing. So then I sincerely believe that if I have done something, I need to extend that faith and belief to the audiences and somewhere convey that, you know, you have to come and see it, because I had so much fun doing it. I can guarantee you're gonna have fun watching it as well. So be it रब ने बना दी जोड़ी और भेजा फ्राई और 10 विदानियाँ और चलो दिल्ली. For me the most important ingredient had been, you know, that I need to have the joy of working and fun of doing what I'm doing. Otherwise too much seriousness in creating a job and a character and a spine, it just kills it eventually. And I don't want to get tired doing what I'm doing because I really love my job.
Any point of time, do you feel like turning a director or writer or something?
When that happens, you'll be the first person to know. I'll call you and we'll have this interview again.
Fantastic. Finally, what are your forthcoming plans after Tere Mere Phere?
At the moment, as you said, forthcoming plan, Tere Mere Phere is plan number 1 and number 2 and number 3 because it hits theatres on September 30th, and I think it's my duty to tell each and everybody that this is the film that's coming and they better come and sample it because I had so much fun doing it and I need to tell them how much fun they're going to have watching it.
So we are looking forward to Tere Mere Phere as well, but apart from that, more films, which are the films?
There are a few slated to release, Pappu Kandan Sala, and there's a film that Saurabh Shukla directed that is slated for later this year. And there are a couple of others, their dates are not out. And so I don't have, I'm not at a liberty to reveal, but yes, there are a couple of films still yet to come out this year.
लोग शादी करते क्यों हैं?
फ्री सेक्स,
फ्री पंचिंग बैग,
डिस्कशन, नो फाइटिंग.
हाथ मत लगाओ मुझे, मैं ऑटो पे हाथ नहीं उठाता. अरे नहीं करनी है मुझे ये शादी.
That was Vinay Pathak talking about his forthcoming film Tere Mere Phere. He has also spoken about what acting means to him. He does not like to be slotted in any particular character or any particular genre that we tend to create in Bollywood. And he has also spoken about his forthcoming plans. And if he turns the director, Bollywood Hungama will be the first ones to come to know about it. Thank you very much, sir.
Fantastic! You capped it in like one sentence.
Thank you very much. All the best wishes. Thank you very much.
अब हमारा तो अलग हो गया है. अब तो ये जय की होने वाली पत्नी है. आगे बढ़ गई नी.